Okay, welcome back to our channel, The Catalyst, home of solution. Okay, so we'll move to error handling and debugging using tools in Tony. Okay, so in our previous class, we learned how to debug and handle errors in Python. So today we are going to see how to do that using the debugger in the Tony. So we'll take an example. In this my code, I want to handle runtime errors like dividing a number by 0. Okay, dividing a number by 0. So when I run my code, looks like there are some issues already in the code before. So let's just take an example of this code where we take in a number and then we divide we divide 1000 by that number, and then at the end we print the result. Okay, we print the result. So let's see how it goes. Before we do that, we have to click on this okay, you click on the menu view and you make sure variables is ticked. Okay, so let me tick so that we can see how the variables are going to be changing over here. Okay, then the next thing you do is you click on debug. Okay, once you do that, it starts from the first line. So we can all see here there are other buttons beside this. Maybe I will zoom and we'll see those buttons I'm talking about. Yeah. These are the buttons I'm talking about that are just beside the these are the buttons I'm talking about. What is really happening? Sorry, what is happening? I'm trying to just show you the buttons. So the buttons are here. Okay. My mouse has a serious problem. Oh my god. Okay, these are the buttons I was talking about. These buttons here. So the first button is for backwards. This other button is for forward. This other button is to pause or play. This other button is to stop the code totally if we don't want. Once we have verified and we have seen that there's no error, we can use the stop button. Okay. Hope you understand. These are the buttons. Okay. These are the buttons, as we can see there. So we are going to start by moving gently, step by step. Okay, so we'll check. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to come into the line. You see the code in yellow. Okay, indicates the step. So here now we are in input. Then the next thing it will do is it's going to check the string or the message, enter a number, and then immediately it's going to print it on the screen. Okay, so it's asking for that number. If I click, it continues, and then voila, you see that it has printed already, asking for the number. So if I enter a 0 now, what happens? It goes, you see that our value, I've entered 0, our value will change over there. Okay, let me just click next. So now num is going to receive 0. As you can see there, check. You see, look at the variable, num has received 0, and then it has moved to the next step, where it's going to take 1000 divided by the number, which in this case is 0. So that's it, 1000 divided by 0. So you see 1000 divided by 0, which is why that's where we will now see our error. It sends the message division, 0 division error, division by 0. So this debugger now has clearly shown us where the error is. We can see that 1000 divided by 0 will give us an error. So we can still start all over again. And this time around we'll enter a number different from 0. Let's move a little bit faster. You see, it's asking for a new number now. Let's see, 10. It has taken in 10 as a number keyed in. It's going to verify if it's an integer. Okay, so for this case it's an integer, so it has accepted 10. Now it's going to assign 10 to none, as we can see here. Because so we'll move on. Now it's going to divide 1000 by 10, and then it calculates and it gives us the result as 100. So after that, what do? We need to print it. So we are at the level of the output. Okay, you now see the sum is 100. So that's what is going to print on the screen. Voila. So it's printed and the work has been done. So now let me try another error. Okay, let me try and put in a float and see what happens. Let me enter, I'm going to enter a fraction. Okay, this is it, 17.5, and let's see what happens. So it has taken 17.5. Now it's going to it's verifying if 17.5 is an integer. Directly it says value error, invalid literal for integer with base 10. You see, so it has detected directly that we have entered a wrong data type. Okay, but if I go back and do it from scratch, from the beginning, and I enter an integer, say 12, you see it's going to verify if it is 12, and then it assigns. Once it's confirmed that it's 12, it's going to assign 12 to num, and we can see it here. Okay, you can see it here. So it moves on, does the other verifications, and you see that it has assigned 83.33 after doing all the calculations. So it's going to print it. Why? Because 83, the result, we never said result is an integer or the variable type. Okay, so reason why it's going to print without any issue. So it says that the result is this. That's it. And voila, that's printed. Okay. So that's it about debugging using the tools in Tony. So see you in our next class, or we'll probably take a case study and then try to apply all the knowledge we've gotten from the beginning. See you then. And remember to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Thank you very much, and God bless you.